The Bendigo and Adelaide Bank has posted a solid half-year profit of $174 million. Chief Executive Mike Hurst says the result was achieved despite difficult market conditions, including a subdued demand for credit and increased regulatory burdens. Analysts, though, still have concerns about the capital position of the bank and the sustainability of the community bank's funding model. Emily Stewart reports.
The small player in the banking world has emerged from the global financial crisis in relatively good shape, despite doing things a little differently. Facing staff cuts, the Bendigo and Adelaide Bank took the unusual move of asking employees to take unpaid leave.
We maintained staff, and with their support of taking unpaid leave, we're able to maintain capacity and capability in our network, and you can see that feeding through as we don't have to rehire and retrain to take advantage of that.
Chief Executive Officer Mike Hurst says this strategy has paid off as staff are now back to normal hours, and the bank managed to post a solid half-year profit of around $174 million, up 67% on the same time the previous year.
Shareholders can be reasonably pleased with the performance that we've been able to turn in. It's a somewhat, almost boring result in a way, because it's a very clean result and very easy for everybody to see what's generating the result.
But some analysts could still see some faults.
In particular, part of the income was of a nature which is unlikely to happen again on a regular basis, and that relates to some property revaluations. That the extent to which that can occur is going to depend on the future of the housing market.
A key issue facing the community bank model is the squeezing of margins. The bank is looking to diversify its funding sources so it's less reliant on retail funding and the residential mortgage-backed securities market.
The model that we run has a specific way in which we pay community bank partners for raising those deposits, and to some degree that is now no longer sustainable in terms of the payment that's being made, and we'll be talking to our community bank partners about how we address that going forward.
Although facing some issues, the Bendigo and Adelaide Bank predicts growth in the retail sector will continue to be strong and expects to open more than 20 branches this financial year. The bank has also been generous to its shareholders with an interim dividend of 30 cents a share, which totals around 65% of cash earnings.
The capital position of the bank is not as strong as we'd like it to be. They are continuing with a rather high dividend payout ratio, which is going to constrain the growth. If they're going to grow faster than around about 5% per annum, then there will be dilution in their earnings as a result of ongoing share issues.
From what we can see going forward, we're very comfortable that we're not going to be needing to go back to the market asking for capital, assuming organic growth.
During the reporting period, the Bendigo and Adelaide Bank completed the purchase of the remaining 40% of Elders Rural Bank, and it's this part of the business that could be most impacted by the recent natural disasters across the country, with many farmers facing cash flow issues in the short term.
Bendigo did not have a special bad debt charge as a consequence of the floods, which I found a little bit surprising. Given the nature of their business, I would have thought that there would have been some charge in relation to that, but perhaps that goes to the fact that they have confidence about their portfolio.
Investors too seem a little unsure, with the bank's shares closing slightly down at $10.12.